Easy to forecast. So what do I mean by that? So they're in a 3-by-1 set with two tight ends here. Their linebackers have shifted over, and they have a spot. Like somebody's got to have the B gap, and nobody is available in the box to cover the B gap right now. So what do you have to do when you shift over? Well, you know that safety's coming out. So if you have an experienced quarterback, you're going to be able to check into a play that is most advantageous for this, cover one or cover three defense single high, because again, they're starting a lot and they love to run kind of a two high shell. So when they go to this, they like to run a lot more man match concepts, and you probably have some opportunities for that because Chicago Bears are not really a great pass rush team aside from maybe one or two guys. I'm going to say Montez Sweat. Plus, there's another young man that I'll show on here that's pretty good. But I don't think our tackles are going to be overly anxious about this game from a matchup standpoint. So we go through, safety comes down. We got the crossers all day. This is just a good throw and catch, but you're going to see a lot of opportunities to open up in the middle. Interesting play here. So they've got what looks like a match concept down on the bottom, and they end up running zone, but the inside receiver gets lost in the shuffle. The inside defender, he doesn't know whether he's coming or going. And you just see continually, particularly in this last game, but really over the course of the season, a lot of like shallow crossing routes give these guys trouble to the point where tight ends are getting left alone on the sideline. You see here, they just get confused. I mean, there's that you can't be more open than that in the National Football League. We'll go here with the 2-by-2, 3-by-1. And again, I'm just showing, look, they have some good middle linebackers. They're running a two deep shell and they're running a linebacker down the middle here. But you just see this funnel. If there's a huge window in the middle of the field, they've got one guy running down the middle to occupy the safeties. They've got two guys cutting across on different crossing routes from opposite sides of the ball, and everybody here is open. Okay, so these are the opportunities that are going to be afforded to the Packers if they feel good about that initial pass rush. Motion across the ball, and you don't see any. This is what we're kind of talking about being able to identify plays. Now, I think this is Drake May. I don't think Drake May identifies this. This is just an opportunity because they are bringing pressure off the side. But when you motion across, the safety doesn't rock and roll, doesn't rotate, doesn't shuffle, doesn't move. And now the other side, they're coming to the line of scrimmage. The quarterback's going to know what's happening. So if you can get out of the huddle and be able to make these motions, make these calls, you're going to have a real advantage on this team. Because I just don't think they do a great job of masking things. Go across this, going to throw the quick screen here, out the gate to get the lineman out. So we got a bunch look, and we showed this already. They're playing man over here. Inside linebacker has, or I think it's the Sam, has, I mean, it's like who's on third right now? Someone's got to cover the shallow cross, and they get a little bit of pressure here from running a blitz up with a dog with the linebacker. Still, these players are wide open continually. And it's not like the Patriots offense is, exactly blowing the doors off people. There are some wide open throws in this tape. Motion over to the slot. Another inside route. They are open all day. And look, I put this in here because last week one of the good things that came out of the Detroit tape and really all season, look, the emergence of Tucker Kraft has been fantastic. He's doing a great job running pass. I don't think that Matt LaFleur, I can't imagine that he expected to have kind of this breakout role for Tucker Kraft. He's really, really kind of vaunted himself into that top 10 maybe tight ends in the league. Ben Sims came in and did a good job blocking last week. This is Montez Sweat blocked by their backup tight end, their F tight end. If we can get into 12 personnel and run the football like this, because these guys can just stalemate at the line of scrimmage, it's going to be a long day for the Bears because this is I think for us, this is a very good package because of what both tight ends can do in the passing game. And if they can be able to single up like they do here with Sweat, I was shocked that Montez Sweat got single blocked by this guy. And I know this is just a stalemate, but you just don't expect him to get stalemated at all by somebody who weighs less than 280, 290 pounds. This is a great. Sometimes I just like showing football guys. So this is a great cover two adjustment by the receiver on the top of the screen. So because they're in this cover two shell, the block between the tight end on the 40-yard line and the right tackle is just really advantageous for that group because the linebackers inside of that, I think it's a 7 technique. So they just have what we just call a great double team up to that second level. So those angles are great for outside run. But now on the outside, the receiver is supposed to come in and crack that safety. But because they're playing cover two and he sees it, they adjust and he just goes out and blocks the cover two because cover two has outside run contained. He blocks that, allows this running back to get around the corner and get to the second level, gains him a couple extra yards. I just think it's like these kind of things when you know that the coaches are coaching that up, got to be able to see it, got to be able to see they're going to run all that cover two. They did a great job there. I can't believe that gets me excited, man, but it does. Unbelievable. All right, here we go. 2x2 tight end attached. I don't know if this is Stevenson or not, but and this is Kyler Gordon. He's a great player, but man, this is a hammer meets nail moment. I thought he lost his life right here. This is tough sledding right there, guys. That's a tough job. This is a really nice pass rush by 55. We call this a jump chop. So there's two things that are interesting about this team, this Patriots team. I know we're watching the Bears, but the left tackle split is always super wide. He sits kind of flat, right? So we're going to show you two plays where the right defensive end takes advantage of this. So 55, look at this jump chop. So he jumps up, chops the outside hand. This is like an old chalk club rip, right? But a lot of guys do this rhythm by jumping up in the air. And then this is how they end up flipping their hips, getting around. Does a great job of arm opener at the end, chases the quarterback down, gets the sack. Obviously, they won somewhere else to flush quarterback out of the pocket. I just like the move. And then we look, I think this is a rookie out here, 94. And again, you see that split by the left tackle. And it's like, man, this is all day. Maybe take the space. So if you're going to set flat, like what this is, sometimes you see what, as an ex-player, and I had coaches, you got a flat set, you got a short set, why doing this? This is, look how much space. That dude probably weighs 320 pounds. The guy he's going against weighs 270, 275 tops. Who's going to get to that B gap faster if they want to? I mean, this is ridiculous. This is what I'm talking about when you kind of beat yourself. You do things that don't make sense. And I'm sure at the time your coach wanted me to flat set, whatever. Don't do it. Don't do it. But good rush by 94. They almost ended up making this play here. One to end on a positive note because I do think the Bears defense is a good team. Flushed out of the pocket. 53 gets a pick here. And I think this is the only way they win. This is the only. And what do I mean by that? I mean, very simply, if we have a bunch of turnovers, Jordan Love's been hot and cold as far as he's got a lot of picks this year, has a ton of touchdowns, but you don't think that they have the offensive firepower to score.